Hello everybody, I'm Adhikari, a musician on her journey taking the GRE test and preparing and planning to go to graduate school. Just as a disclaimer, I am a musician, and so my goals for the GRE are going to be different for other people who are planning to go to graduate school. But even if you're not a musician, perhaps you can take some of the things that I'm doing and use it to help you along your journey. We'll go ahead and get started. When I first started thinking about graduate school, I didn't really know much about the GRE test and seemed so daunting. I had no idea what was on it, and I was just thinking it would be an ACT on steroids. I was very ignorant about this, but I just kind of let those thoughts accumulate until finally I just didn't want to take it at all because it seemed so scary. So the GRE has 6 sections. First, you'll start with your analytical writing section. So both of these you will be analyzing an argument and you'll be analyzing an issue, and you'll be timed for 30 minutes for both of them, and you're going to be writing an essay, a short essay. The next section is the verbal reasoning sections, and these are going to be reading comprehension, vocabulary words, what word fits in what context, that sort of thing. And last, you'll have your quantitative reasoning sections, which are 35 minutes apiece, and that is geometry, algebra, basically maths. Like I said, your writing sections will be first, but the verbal and quantitative sections might come in any order. You just have to be prepared. But after you do a third section, you will get a 10-minute break before you have to continue on with the rest of them. I was looking everything up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get all these books and all these practice exams, and realized it's best to stick with one set or one curriculum. I am going to be using the ETS official guide to GRE test, and then the GRE verbal reasoning practice questions, and the GRE quantitative reasoning practice questions. I picked that specific series, but you can do your own research and pick your own. There's Manhattan Prep, there's Princeton Review, I've even heard of something called Magoosh. So, you've looked up what GRE includes, you researched what should I use, decided, oh, I'm going to use this series of books, look at these practice tests, maybe have a Quizlet or something. Now we can actually make the study plan, which is number 2. Look at your schedule and see what free times do I have available to study. You want to assess the time that you're free and kind of adjust your schedule to that. Putting your schedule in such a way where wherever your strong points are, you're not studying that as much, and wherever your weak points are, you're studying that more. What I did is I took the times I'm mostly busy, 12 p.m. to around 7:30 p.m., and I just kind of cut that out. Reading comprehension and vocabulary, those are my stronger points, so I'm just going to be studying those sections 2 times each week. Math, I'm pretty weak in those areas, so I'm going to be studying 3 times a week on maths, give myself that extra push. So, yeah. Since I cut out afternoon to evening times, my schedule will be studying in the morning. I'll be studying on my busy days around 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and on my more free days, I'll pop in an extra study session from 7:30 a.m. to around 9 a.m. I'm gonna be alternating my topics every other day, so that way I'm not trying to squeeze everything in one day of studying. Verbal reasoning, vocab, and math together on on Monday. And on Tuesday, I'll do vocab and verbal reasoning study. On Wednesday, I'll start over and do verbal reasoning, vocab, and math again. But on that morning where I have my extra study session, I will study and prepare for the analytical writing, and so forth for Thursday and Friday. The last thing you would do is what I am going to be currently doing, sticking with it and being consistent. What I've talked with you about today is going to be my personal way of studying and planning. I'm not really sure what to expect, and so in future videos you will kind of see me talking more about how my plan is working. But for now, this is what I'm starting with, and I hope this helped even just a little bit. Anyone out there who's like me, a musician, taking the GRE test. I know that this will be good for me, it will be good for my career, and so I'm going for it. Hope that you'll follow me along on my journey. I'll see you guys next time.